Today we're going to be building the backhoe bucket for our Cub Cadet 149 tractor loader backhoe transformation. We're going to begin by cutting out all these pieces. These are made out of an 1/8 inch plate. We're going to cut the teeth, which are 1x1 bar stock with 3/16 inch thick little teeth plates there. And then we're going to make the bracket, make the bushings, drill some holes, do some welding. We are in the home stretch, everybody, for this transformation video series, so check it out.
Here I am measuring and marking out the cut lines for the sides of our bucket. This material is made out of an 1/8 inch thick steel, and I'm going to be cutting it with my angle grinder. And here I am beginning to assemble the bucket. I'm using these 90-degree magnetic holders to hold the sides in place while I tack them into place. And I'm tacking a total of, 5 pieces here. 1 on the bottom, 2 on the sides, and then 2 in front and back. And here I am, finished welding the bucket. Now here I am adding and welding in the bucket supports. These pieces are 3/16 inch thick and 1 1/4 inch wide. These help provide a lot of rigidity and stability to the bucket. And this piece right here that I'm welding is a big piece of 3 inch wide, 1/4 inch thick steel. This is going to act as the stiffening point on the front where the bucket takes the most stress. It's also going to provide an area for me to mount the cutting teeth onto the bucket.
So here are the bucket mounts that's going to mount to the bucket of the backhoe. I measured up here. They mount on 3 inches from the bottom of the bucket, so they're going to go on something like this. They're going to, oh no, that's not the way. They're going to connect something like this, to give you an idea. Just about here. Let's tack them in and weld it in.
Now here I am tacking in and welding in the cutting teeth for the bucket. I had to deviate from the plans a little bit. The original plans called for 1 inch by 1 inch thick bar stock that I had to cut a 1/2 inch notch into the center of it. And I didn't have any tools to cut that big notch in the center of it. I tried to do it with an angle grinder, but was very unsuccessful. So I had some hardened 1/2 inch steel that I had left over from a different project, so I decided to cut those into the teeth and then just weld them directly onto the bottom. It's also important to note that I'm welding these cutting teeth into the bucket with multiple passes. I'm using 3 passes on all sides. That way to ensure that they have a strong, tight fuse to the 1/4 inch plate that I'm welding it to. These teeth are going to be having a lot of stress cutting into different materials, so I wanted to make it as strong as I could.
So here is the completed bucket. Here are the teeth. These are made out of 1/2 inch thick steel, 1/2 inch by 1 inch steel. This is about 9 inches tall, 10 inches across. Here are the mounts. So this is the upper bucket linkage, just kind of roughly cut out. I'm going to use this as a template and trace it over onto this other piece of steel, and then I'm going to round all the corners off with an angle grinder and a bench grinder. Here we are. We have our bucket linkages all made and mounted. They're all tacked into position right now. I'm going to pull them off and do my final welding, but here she is. This backhoe is now finished. I just have to do some finish welding. We're going to reassemble everything, give it a coat of paint, and put it together.
Here's a demonstration of the bucket's range of motion. Those bucket linkages allow that bucket to have a very wide range of motion, which is perfect for this backhoe. And there you have it. That's all we have today for this part of our video series of our Cub Cadet 149 tractor loader backhoe transformation. For high quality aftermarket parts for your vintage small engine, such as your Kohler K series, Magnum series, KT Twin series, Tecumseh HH, and Briggs & Stratton cast iron engines, please check out our website, iSaveTractors.com. This is Norman. Thanks for watching.